Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Wednesday, it's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup where I'm going to be talking about Ahsoka. I'm going to be talking about Disney in India, also going to be talking about Hulu in Japan and much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Okay, so let's start off talking about Star Wars Ahsoka, which is going to be coming to Disney Plus with the first 2 episodes on August the 23rd. So that's great news. We're going to be getting 2 episodes to begin with, which I think is a great way of kind of kicking off the season. It allows people to get in on it. It also does help like with ratings and stuff as well, because there's more minutes being watched. And I think it allows you to kind of get in there, get your teeth into the series. And yeah, so I think that one's pretty cool. I think that also works out quite well because you're going to be getting low key by the time this series comes to an end. So yeah, they're going to be lining up quite nicely. But yeah, nice double premiere is always good. We got the new trailer, got a new poster. The new trailer looks fantastic. A lot of the kind of footage I did see back at Star Wars Celebration, but there was some new stuff in there. Lots of little name drops of Anakin Skywalker, hints as well at Sabine and Ahsoka's relationship with her being like a Padawan. Yeah, overall, I'm really excited about this series. It's definitely that trailer. I mean, it felt like a movie. I mean, it really did. It felt pretty cool. I'm looking forward to watching it. There's so much elements in this series which just, it's got all that history of the Rebels and also the Clone Wars. You're just building and building and building, and you got little nods to different films and stuff. It just looks really good. I'm really looking forward to watching Ahsoka. But let me know, are you looking forward to watching Ahsoka on Disney Plus? Let us know what you thought of the trailer in the comments below. Let's shift gears now and talk about Japan, because earlier this week, Disney and Hulu in Japan kind of teased that they were going to be doing a collaboration, and today, well, now there is now a bundle available in Japan where you can get Disney Plus and Hulu. The new bundle is available now and is priced at 1,490 yen per month, which is about $10.75, giving bundled subscribers about a 25% discount on subscribing to both platforms individually. Now, what's interesting about Hulu in Japan is it's not actually owned by Comcast and Disney like the US version. It got spun off into a separate company back in 2014. And it doesn't actually have any of the normal content that you'd expect to find on Hulu in the US. All of that stuff goes to Disney Plus as Star Originals. So this is more about just kind of doing a combination. They've apparently been sort of working on this for a while. Looks like there's still going to be 2 separate apps. They're not looking like they're going to be merging. Maybe something might happen where Hulu content is available within Disney Plus at a later date. I wouldn't be at all surprised if something like this could happen once we see what's happening in the US. Again, it's all part, I think, of this alignment, maybe of trying to make sure that Hulu globally is part of Disney Plus and kind of bringing together the Japanese version and the Disney Plus version there in Japan. I think that's probably a good thing in general. But yeah, so we now know what the bundle is. It's maybe not quite as exciting as we were hoping. I was kind of hoping that Disney brought out Hulu and was going to bring it in, because there was lots of great Japanese content there that could have brought on to Disney Plus in Japan. But nevertheless, again, just more combination. And I really love all the artwork of the green and the blue blending together. I don't know where that idea, if that works or not. But I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that as well when Hulu and Disney Plus in the US start coming together later this year. But let me know, are you going to be picking up that bundle if you're in Japan? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Moving now from Japan to India, let's now talk about a story from the Wall Street Journal, because they are reporting that Disney is looking to either sell or kind of get some investment for its businesses in India. Now, in India, they have Disney Star. It was a massive big company that they purchased when they bought 20th Century Fox. They rebranded it, and included in that they have about 80 linear channels, Disney Plus Hotstar. They also have film studios, and things aren't really kind of going according to plan to what they wanted there, and they're looking to kind of work out what to do. And this might involve selling something, selling most of the business. Now, I would not be at all surprised if Disney ended up getting out of the linear business. This is what they've been doing right across Asia and in Europe, and kind of leaving the linear and just focusing on streaming. They might maybe get rid of the studios, if they feel like they're not making enough. One of the big problems with their business in India is they're just not making as much money as they were supposed to. They have been losing lots of subscribers from Disney Plus Hotstar because of losing the cricket rights. Now, it's important to note with Disney Plus Hotstar, they have about 50+ million subscribers there. But the big difference with Disney Plus Hotstar is they had a lot of licensed content. A lot of that is now gone. But also, because of the value of Ruby, each subscriber only brings in around about 60-70 cents per user per month, compared to around about $6 to $7 per user like in Europe or in America. So therefore 50 million subscribers in India is kind of equivalent to nearly like 5-6 million subscribers like here in Europe or in America. So there's a big difference, and they're trying to get the value up within Disney Plus Hotstar to kind of do some stuff. So I think we are going to see some big differences. Disney obviously looking to cut costs, change things. They've also talked quite a bit about the idea of streamlining its international businesses and kind of just focusing on global releases. Now, I do not think for any instance that Disney Plus Hotstar would get sold on. I think, if anything, it might just kind of blend into being like Disney Plus, like the rest of the world has, and just maybe less like Indian content. That might be a thing that they go with down and just kind of go, look, we're going to sell a whole load of it off. Apparently their income is dropping quite a bit there in India. It's just not working out the way, and like Disney are just kind of cutting back on things, and just, yeah, it's a little bit of a situation that they've just kind of got to deal with. It's not the first time Disney has been burnt with India as well. They have had previous tried to buy studios and networks and stuff, and it didn't really work out. I think as well, trying to run business globally is a lot more tricky, you know, trying to work out different things, and sometimes there's different things going on in different countries and different efforts, and so ultimately I feel like Disney is trying to just claw back in. We're seeing, you know, them doing this in other countries, but yeah, so doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to change. It might not, it could be years. Like I said, we might not see any major differences in terms of Disney Plus Hotstar, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We've heard this previously, you know, that they were investigating trying to sell Hulu. They couldn't find a buyer. They ended up doing something different there. So who knows? I mean, you know, there's a lot of things to be going on there, but yeah, so things are going to be changing, I feel like, in India, and even if they can't manage to sell it, there's probably going to be some big issues and big changes coming in the years ahead. But let us know what you think of all this in the comments below. Moving now from India and over to Canada, let's now talk about Disney's Movie Club, which is going to be closing down in Canada in the middle of October, and they've not been allowing sign-ups for a while, but they've informed their members by email yesterday, and they're putting it down to a change in sort of how people use movies and stuff, and pretty much, I would say, blaming all of that on Disney Plus, and also like the shift to digital. So again, it's a big problem really for Disney Movie Club, because there's a lot of movies on there that the only place you could buy them was from them, and they did lots of special editions and stuff. No word yet on if this is going to impact in the US. I suspect while they're still making money there, they are going to carry on doing it. This is definitely part of a trend we're seeing, not just with Disney, but with studios as a whole, kind of pulling away from physical media as less and less of us buying it, and it's now very much kind of more going into a niche product. But let us know, were you a Disney Movie Club member in Canada? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. With it being Wednesday, lots of great new content, and one of the big new releases around the world, except for in Australia and New Zealand, was Bluey. Some new episodes, which I know a lot of people are really excited about. That's definitely going to be a huge draw for Disney Plus in the coming weeks and months ahead. I mean, this show is a juggernaut. It is constantly trending, and yeah, so many people love Bluey. So yeah, great new shows. I know lots of parents are going to be looking forward to just having something new to watch with their kids. Also today in the US, there was also a new National Geographic series, Never Say Never. So this one is all about a guy who's going around traveling around the world and stuff. So definitely something that I'm going to be interested in. Hopefully at some point we get it on Disney Plus. In other countries, it's always a little bit iffy with National Geographic stuff, but that's pretty cool. There was also plenty of new Star originals released around the world today, including The Golden Spoon. We also had the super fantastic story of Bilo, and then also here in the UK we got the FX series The Secret of Hillsong plus Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. And obviously the other big new release of today was the 4th episode of Marvel's Secret Invasion. Watched that one this morning. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great episode. Lots of twists and turns. There were some elements in this one, and I'm going to maybe go in a little bit of spoiler here. There was a couple of things, obviously, we had it teased with Gaia being shot at the end of last episode. That got resolved really quickly, and now she's a Super Skrull. They kind of wrapped that up like within seconds. It kind of felt like something they could have built on. It kind of felt like that was definitely well rushed. But at least now it might put her in line, because also we saw with Gravik, we get to see him kind of using Groot's powers, which was really fun to see. See how all this comes together later on. It's definitely going to allow to some like big fight between the two at some point, because obviously she's going to be wanting to avenge her father, because Talos also is kind of killed, but I really don't know at the minute who's killed, how long they're being dead for, when they're coming back. Very, very, yeah, it's all over the place. There was lots of stuff going on. We also had it revealed that obviously War Machine, he is actually a Skrull, which was really annoying because it just kind of showed him in the shower and then kind of changed him. And I really thought that was a bit wimpish. I didn't really like the way they did it. I wanted a much more of a bigger reveal of, you know, maybe him and Nick Fury fight. It just felt a bit easy. I didn't really like the way they did it. I mean, it's very noticeable that I thought it was him, but yeah, I would have liked something a little bit more interesting with how that worked. Overall, full of action, big shootouts and stuff. Yeah, I thought this was a really, really good episode. Yeah, it just was really good. Can't wait for next week. I can't believe we've only got 2 more weeks of this show. It just feels like we've only just really got going on it. But yeah, really enjoying it. I don't know how it's going to get wrapped up in 2 episodes. It definitely feels like this is the start of something. There's also some fantastic scenes as well with Nick Fury and his wife. And like, are they together? Are they not together in their relationship? So yeah, just overall a fantastic episode. I loved it. Let us know what you thought of it in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now talk about our comment of the day. This one comes from Jay. He says, I heard Max has passed Disney Plus, cool animation hub. So this is in reference to yesterday's stories about Disney adding a brand new hub to Hulu called Mayhem, and hopefully that one does kind of roll out everywhere. But there's been a lot of reports this past week, and we did an article about how Max has been able to surpass Disney Plus in the US in terms of like user base. Unfortunately, the data is always a little bit iffy. We really don't know the exact details of what's going on. I'm not entirely surprised by this because I think the merger of HBO Max and Discovery Plus obviously means that the subscriber numbers would have grown. More people watching it, more people watching different things on it. I think we are going to see a similar bump to when Hulu and Disney Plus do the same thing, and we're probably going to see the same thing happen with the data for Paramount Plus and Showtime. Just bringing these ones together it's going to improve overall subscribers, but also just viewing time, because people have got more stuff to watch in there. So I'm not entirely surprised by the fact that Max has pushed up. Plus also, Disney Plus this year has not been throwing out many big things to get people into it. I think people have been kind of, obviously cutting costs, less to watch. And yeah, Disney Plus has put out some great shows, but it's much less than some of the other platforms, and you can really see why Disney Plus and Hulu need to come together in the US to offer much more variety, and I think that's going to pull some audiences in. But anyway, let us know what you think of all this in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsonatdisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Laters.